Somalians ripped off that state for billions of dollars, billions, every year, billions of dollars, and they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you. Okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I could say that about other countries, too. I can say it about other countries, too. We don't want them the hell. We have to rebuild.
Breaking news, and Britain, you'd better pay attention. While the UK stumbles through another week of confusion, hesitation, and political paralysis, something explosive just happened across the Atlantic. Something that's already shaking up our own national debate. Donald Trump delivered one of his most aggressive speeches yet on immigration enforcement, pushing a full crackdown and vowing to overhaul the entire system if he returns to the White House. No hedging. No polite phrasing. He went in with the political equivalent of a sledgehammer, blunt, unapologetic, and laser-focused. Across the US, supporters are calling it the toughest stance they've heard in years. Critics are claiming it's too extreme. But either way, it landed like a thunderbolt. And here's where the comparison becomes impossible to ignore. While Trump is making bold declarations, the UK is watching its own leadership, particularly Keir Starmer, take a far more cautious, bureaucratic, slow-moving approach. And that contrast has ignited a storm of reactions online. British voters are asking the same question over and over again. Why can't our leaders show the same strength, urgency, or clarity? Social media is erupting. Influencers, political commentators, and everyday citizens are posting their frustrations in real time. Where's our tough leadership? Why do we always hesitate while other countries act? Why are veterans abandoned while the system bends backward for newcomers? From Manchester to Birmingham, from coastal towns to major cities, people are voicing grief, anger, and exhaustion, pointing to rising homelessness among former servicemen, overflowing public services, and a legal system throttled by endless delays, appeals, and restrictions. You can feel the pressure building. Protests simmer. Local frustrations boil. And beneath it all is a growing belief that Britain's political class, across multiple governments, not just the current one, has allowed the situation to reach breaking point. The European Court of Human Rights gets dragged into the firestorm again, accused of blocking enforcement, slowing deportations, and tying the country's hands. Critics argue we've traded sovereignty for bureaucracy. Supporters call it a shield for human rights. The debate grows louder by the hour. Meanwhile, veterans post heartbreaking clips online showing their conditions, sleeping rough, abandoned, struggling, while the government spends millions per day housing new arrivals in hotels. The contrast sparks outrage, sadness, fury. Commentators like Tommy Robinson resurface in the national conversation, claiming they warned about these issues years ago. His supporters say they feel vindicated. His critics say he's exploiting tension. Either way, he's back in the spotlight. Even Nigel Farage jumps in with sharp criticism of Starmer. GB News lights up. Twitter X trends explode. And the core frustration remains. Britain feels overwhelmed, unheard, and out of control. This isn't about left vs right. It's about trust versus betrayal, clarity versus confusion, leadership versus hesitation. The public is demanding firm decisions. The government is promising compassionate control. The opposition is fracturing. And across the Atlantic, Trump's bombshell comments are pouring gasoline on the debate here. This moment, right now, is a turning point. Britain is at a crossroads. People want safety. They want borders that work. They want justice for victims. They want support for veterans. They want leaders who act decisively, not cautiously. And the pressure isn't going away. If you're watching this and you're just as frustrated, stick with this channel. We break down the chaos. We expose the contradictions. We hold people accountable every single day. Hit like, subscribe, and buckle up. Because this story is only just beginning.